This is a really special space. No matter what's going on, when I can come into this space and be with the plants and get here a little early and just be here with, the birds and the pollinators, it just, I think, is such a centering place. It's grounding to be working outside every day, and it's grounding to be working in the soil, to be noticing the seasons changing, to be paying attention to temperatures and rain and all of those things. I think that's one of the most powerful things that gardening can offer to people, is that sense of sort of deep connectedness to place.
Food is very political and very powerful. Obviously, food isn't just about cooking food, but it's where it's come from in the environment. If a community has a community garden, and if young people are seeing how that food is growing, and that food is then controlled by the families and the people that are growing that food and sharing it, then they're in control of the decisions that are being made around the food that they're going to eat. Then nobody else is telling them, this is all you get, because it's all that is financially accessible to you. There's more power. They get to decide. Our mission is to empower and inspire young people through growing, cooking, and sharing food.
Hi, I'm Annie, and we are here at the Green Plate Special Garden. We are a quarter-acre urban farm, and within this space we have a big production garden where we harvest crops that we then use for our programs. So we actually harvest things and then cook them with youth, and we also donate a lot of food within the community.
We have both a garden and a kitchen on site that have been designed for youth education. So what makes Green Plate really cool is that we have the resources here all in one place to teach to the full cycle and story of seed to plate. So youth get to pick their own food, discover and learn about where it comes from, work together to prepare it, learn about different ways of cooking different foods from the garden, and then eat it together.
Young people have the right to share their voice, and so food becomes, and growing food and what we do here is almost a catalyst for something bigger, to empower them to believe that they and know that they have a voice, and that their ideas and things that they say and decisions that they make are valid.
One of the most important parts about our program is making sure that all youth feel seen and heard, and to foster a sense of belonging. There's a lot of moralizing, a lot of shame that goes along with body image and what you put into your body, especially at that middle school age. And so what we're trying to do here is to create a super body positive environment for youth to explore what does it mean to eat healthy, or what does it mean for something to be healthy, and can it also be delicious, and can it also be fun?
My personal educational philosophy is that, all of our sort of academic learning should be rooted in life, should be rooted in things that we can see and feel. In the garden, when we're working on compost, that's an amazing way to do so many of the next generation science standards topics, thinking about decomposition, thinking about abiotic versus biotic. Also, there's a lot of math involved in gardening, thinking about planning out a space and how many seeds you need and how much space does each plant need, and so what would be a good bed for that. Just in my time here, I've seen so many interesting transformations and exciting transformations in young people. Their confidence just expanding during their time here. Moments of curiosity and wonder as they notice something in the garden that they've never seen before. So another thing we're thinking about is representing cultures from all over the world. We want youth from all over the place to come to this garden and see things that they recognize, see things that their grandmother has cooked for them. So that's another thing we try to do to make this place feel sort of more inclusive and feel like a place where anyone can come in and learn something.
As an organization that is focused on food education, a huge part of that is food security. Being in the location where we are, we want to be able to have that goal in mind of sort of the greater system of how to create a more food secure community here in South Seattle. At the beginning of the pandemic, then it was about, finding this other avenue of emergency food relief.
Normally we would be using the majority of the produce that we grow here in our cooking programs. Right now we're not having cooking programs, so we're donating all of it into the community through the different partner organizations that we have and through the food bank. Our educators are supporting this incredible program where we're, bringing in groceries that we're going to get thrown out from other spaces and then sorting them and redistributing them out into the neighborhood.
It felt really cool that we could work together in this way to sort of switch gears to fill this super urgent need amongst the families who we typically serve through programming. One really important part of our program offerings is that we have a pay what you can tuition policy. We're trying to create the most inclusive environment that we can for all youth in Seattle to be able to experience hands-on food education through gardening and cooking and eating together.
I think it's just a space that creates so many sort of magical, powerful moments for young people. It's a space where young people can come in and really feel empowered, really feel entrusted to help care for the chickens or entrusted to plant and harvest things in the garden. You can see the youth progressing and gaining more and more confidence and more knowledge through these practical things that we're learning and doing together.